I really do like the side of TSU right now. Of course, you know, anytime I see an assassin, I think early game. And normally when I see a fighter, I also think early game. But Bane's a little bit different, you know. He's going to have a bit more scaling towards the end game here. He's going to be hitting hard towards the end game. And then I do like that Phobius pick. Hopefully it'll counter up against Team Hate very well. But I think Team Hate's going to have a little bit of issues with this Phobius. I mean, we got the Alice. You got a lot of dash heroes on the side of Team Hate, and it might give them a lot of issues, Ben. Or Tank.
Yeah, and I'm loving the setup for Phobius. That's going to be a lot for him to go in on, right? So many heroes. But you see Raph getting poked out of the game completely. She's got to go back early. That's going to buy them a lot of pressure in that lane. And Matilda's going to get to roam. They don't get to secure Letho, even though they push the Raph back, which is, I think, favored in the Assassin. He gets in there and he can just make it happen, right? And so I think Team Hate off to a little bit of a lead here. But I love TSU's team fight, man. When they all get going, this is going to be big for them, Tank.
Yeah, TSU definitely has that team fight down. You know, every single game they've got the team fight down with that Estes. It took them a little bit, but they really started getting that team fight, and they're aggressive. But this Beatrix, we know she can put down some damage. We know Boy already knows how to run these MMs. Look at here, Beatrix trying to get that pick. But, of course, the Matilda there to help him out there. But Boy is dangerous everywhere you put him. And you've got that CAG. I really think Nicolette and this CAG are really going to come through here. And once Best Player starts getting involved with this Hayabusa, I mean, I'm still going to go with Team Hate on this one. I think they're going to have this.
I think you just saw a little bit of a taste of what's to come with Tamal bringing this Bane in for that huge burst effect, man. That didn't look so smooth. It didn't go as was supposed to, but man, when that thing actually pops off, that's going to be huge.
All it's going to take is one.
You're going to have them dashing away from that. And then Phobius is like, thanks for the entry, bro. And he just hops on the back line and starts dunking on people. I'm loving this lineup from TSU. I think the team fight's so cool. The mechanics work so well to counter what Team Hate's put up. But Team Hate starting up the turtle for themselves.
Yeah, they are starting up this turtle. Goes to Zero doing a little bit of zoning. Young Ramiel, though, coming and getting the burst, and it comes that ult from Young Ziggy, smashing down. The shield is up. He gets another one, and he takes out Goes to Zero, but he's quickly taken out from Nicolette. Responding quickly, Flamboy trying to take out Zeroni, but he's taken out by Young Ramiel. Young Ramiel doing this AoE damage, and Warrior is able to get another kill onto Zeroni. That's a 3-for-1, no, a 2-for-2 trade. 2-for-2. Even trade. Yeah. The turtle, though. The turtle went to Zeroni, but it was lost in the death.
Yeah, what a play there. I thought Ruby was just going to get bursted down, but there goes to Zero at the end, and right, using that ult to pull them all in, and CAG getting that burst damage down. I mean, great gameplay from both sides, where it looked like it was just strictly going to go to TSU, and it was TSU's fight. Team Hate coming in there and making sure it's a 2-for-2 swap here, Ben.
Yeah, so Turtle doesn't get taken in the end of that. Neither team decides to. TSU backed off of, and they actually went for the fight as we started up again. But what was that? TSU 4v5s again. At least Brody farming the gold lane. They're so comfortable to start this team fight off with a 4v5 and face Team Hate. A man down, letting the Brody stack up, just like he did on that Alice.
Well, we're going to see if Brody...
nice ultimate, but he does. Oh, he does get the kill with the burn, and he's able to take out Flamboy. I mean, he's able to take out Dogtor. Honestly, I think having this Beatrix in the gold lane. Last time we saw Brody do so well, but he wasn't up against a Beatrix in the off lane. And Beatrix, I think the only marksman really giving Beatrix problems in the gold lane is Clint right now, and he's not in the game.
He wasn't up against a Beatrix, and he wasn't up against Flamboy. I think Flamboy coming in here already 3 assists, right? Being a part of these team fights, it's going to be very tough. But Birdie is up there on the gold lane again, just getting the gold. So I think Best Player is going to address that and is really going to try and take down this Brody. But big team fight coming in here.
And comes Young Ziggy getting that ultimate, smashing down. But look at the burst damage coming from Flamboy. Takes out 2 members. Young Ziggy all alone. He keeps popping that ultimate, trying to survive. Can he get the kill, or can he at least escape? He does a little bit more damage onto Best Player. Best Player forced to go back to the bush, but Nicolette on his trail. Nicolette does not want to let him go. He's literally running into Team Hate's jungle, trying to survive. Warrior on the side here. Will Will he survive a little bit longer? The umbrella pokes. He keeps going. Do they just let him be, or do they push him? He's going through the tower, and he's down finally after a 30-minute cat and mouse game, or 30
Warrior
second.
coming through, not letting him get away, and making sure that Phobius does get punished for the damage they just did to their own team, Team Hate. But you got to love the exchanges here. We talk about the back and forth, and guess what? Team Hate comes through with that turtle, and they get a couple kills here. But then Brody, during that entire thing, takes top lane, right? Goes through, gets the gold up on top, and now Bane pushing up on the as well as Brody. And I think Beatrix is in trouble up on top lane. Falamboy, but no, Falamboy's still doing great there, knocking down the Brody Rex.
Yeah, 1 and 2 and 0. It's looking rough for Dog Tour right now, Ben.
Yeah, that is not the same Brody we saw last game. But I think we're seeing a little bit of this Matilda come out. I thought I was going to be used more with the Phobius, and it may be late game. But this early game, he's bringing the Bane right on top of someone and deleting them. You saw Raph go from 90% to 0 like that. It was so quick. Such a really cool combination of these two heroes. The Matilda just bringing the Bane right on top of someone. I think that's really good. But you guys are totally right, man. No one gives trouble to the Beatrix in the gold lane like Clint, and Brody does not do the same.
Not with Falamboy. Falamboy, we know, can run a Brody. Falamboy, put any MM in his hands. The damage, look at the damage on Tamal there. And Warrior is trying to get up, but it does look like Tamal is going to sneak away there. And this Phobius is absolutely phenomenal on the side of TSU, but right now, Team Hate just controlling the map. Great macro gameplay here. Pushing that bottom lane where Phobius has to rotate down and deal with those minions on that inhibitor turret, and really trying to open up Turtle. So it's just, Team Hate all the way. Yeah, no chance at all TSU is going to get up involved there. So I really like the gameplay. I really like the rotation I'm seeing right now from Team Hate, Ben.
Yeah, and we see TSU letting go of another turtle. They're conceding a lot of early game objectives to the side of Team Hate, both last game and this game. And we got to pick maybe happens they're walking into.
Young Ziggy trying to do something. We do get that holy baptism on Tamal, and they're trying to push. Can TSU maybe get something? They need the kill. In comes that ultimate from Matilda, followed up by Young Ziggy, but the black shoots are popped from Ramiel, forced to step out of that tower. Flamboy just trying to clear this wave, getting some nice burst damage onto Tamal and gets the kill. Will he pay for his life? Warrior stepping in to give a little bit of assistance, a little bit of help. But here comes Cerrone from around. They're pincered together, but they're going to escape through. Will they be able to get away here? The chase is on, and I'm pretty sure they are, Ben.
That is an outplay and a half, man. Falamboy just made him look like fools. And what's happening on the top lane? 2-man push into an inhibitor. I don't know if TSU sees it yet because their inhibitor's getting halfway down, and that is a big pressure. That happens one more time in this game, and that's inhibitor gone. If you lose track of that one more time, if only one hero's up there next time, he's taking down the inhibitor, making you play. Man, Falamboy and Warrior completely outplays. They have a little pick going on in the jungle.
Ooh, nice hit from Dog Tour coming in. Young Ziggy able to take out Gosu Zero, but the Holy Baptism baptizes Young Ziggy and puts him in his grave. That is a 1-for-1 trade to the side of, honestly, Team Hate. They're keeping this pressure on, Tank.
Team Hate, not even that Falamboy, right? The reason that play on top lane was made was because Falamboy was running circles around him down in that bottom lane with a little help from Raph over there with Warrior. But, I mean, I love the gameplay right now coming out of Team Hate. Phobius is absolutely a problem. Phobius is putting some damage down on Team Hate, and he is able to get to that back line with that ult. But Team Hate just doing such a good job really shutting him down and getting the rotation here. I think they're going to push this Lord. I think they want the team fight right now. They're so ahead with gold that they want TSU to push out, and they want to punish them for it.
And then they come. Best player getting some nice poke damage, and Nicolette able to clean up and secure the double kill. 2 members of TSU down. Young Ramiel forced to pop those black boots pretty early, and now they're pushing back. Young Ziggy, Gosu Zero taking out Warrior on the run. This may give TSU a little bit the breath they need to be ready for this Lord fight when it comes. But while this is happening, they're consistently losing towers, consistently losing material.
You have to love the gameplay from Team Hater. I mean, TSU, you saw it right there. A little bit of life after CAG, after Nicolette picks up that double kill. TSU goes right on the aggression there, but they are losing those turrets. So, how many times is TSU gonna, continue to join up in these team fights, but continue to lose objectives? So they're not even trading the squared, kill for kill, 2 kills for 2 kills. They are joining these team fights, and they're trying to pick up kind of what they lose, but at some point they're gonna have to change their gameplay here and either start focusing the lanes or really focus on getting these picks here, Ben.
Yeah, it's all about lane assignments in the macro game here. If Team Hate can keep pushing them, keep Phoveus out of the team fight, they're going to keep winning team fights. But as soon as Phoveus shows up to a team fight, Team Hate is in full retreat. Every time you see it, he comes in dunking, and we may get to see that as they group up in the mid lane or for this Lord fight. And I think they just got to play around this Phoveus. Send Dogtor, who needs to farm, back to the farm the waves, man. Keep Phoveus in the team fight. Right now, it's only a 4K gold difference, which would be a lot less. If another engaged in team fight, this may turn around as they may die through.
Comes in and does do something, but it's not enough damage. It seems like when he's popping that ultimate, I'm not seeing any health bars go down, Ben. I'm just seeing him, you know, he's bouncing around from member to member, and it doesn't seem like he's doing the damage anymore. I think they really need to rely on Flamboy and Nicolette to really be outputting this burst damage.
They started up the Lord here, and I think this is going to be another team fight, Rex. I don't think TSU is going to let this go.
No, not at all. TSU staying on the bounds, just kind of seeing if they can get for this dive. We've seen them do it before. We see them get the steal, but best player does secure the Lord, and the Holy Baptism rams onto Tamal, and Tamal is taken out. Nicolette securing the kill. We do get some zoning from that Bane ultimate just to stop them to keep on pushing into the jungle, but that is a Lord for Team Hate tank.
We knew Kag is one of those S-tier mages. We see what she can do. And here we go. Put her in the hands of Nicolette. She's going to go 5-0-5. She took a little bit to get going here, and it was pretty much all Flamboy with the damage, but not anymore. You've got best player doing good rotation on the objectives here, and Nicolette with that Kag. Just an unstoppable force right now. We got a Lord crushing down top lane. We've got great control on the back line.
Best player does go in, and he's taken out by Dogtor. A bit of an overdive, but Team Hate doesn't care. They want this tower. They want some material for this Lord, as we have Flamboy pushing in that bot wave, and now he's going to steal this blue buff. Oh. We had a bit of a pause there. We're going to be jumping right back in. Bit of a technical issue there, but the Lord is crashing in on this bot wave, on this top wave, as the rest of Team Hate decides maybe to try to take this mid tower. Try to take a little bit more. They've taken one piece of material. Getting two with a Lord for the first Lord is a great push in my book. In comes Tamal, but he's a little overextended, hitting onto Warrior and forced to go back. I think at this point, TSU just wants to try to get a buff, wants to reclaim their jungle, wants to do something here instead of falling behind like they have been. But a huge I'm offended from Gosu Zero coming in, and Nicolette secures the kill onto Saroni. They're continuing their pressure tank.
What a play from Gosu Zero there. That really using that ult to pull back the jungler, the Bane, Sir Oni, and Kag. Nicolette just bursting them down here, but they're not done. They're going to continue this push. They're taking this middle turret here, T-Rex, and they're going to move right over and take this red buff, and they are really putting the pressure on. Knowing that Bane, knowing that Sir Oni is down right now, I think you're going to see a lot more aggression than you would have if they had not just gotten that pick there, Ben.
You're seeing a little bit of TSU stepping into the jungle that doesn't belong to them anymore. This is now, both jungles belong to Team Hate. So trying to take a blue buff by yourself at this point in the game with a Kagura who's now 6-0, if she's in any bush, anybody checks that, she could probably delete anybody on the team, right? Nobody is a hard tank in this game. Matilda's going to be beefy. Saroni's going to be beefy. Phoveus is going to be beefy. Matilda, the Nicolette, is 6-0. She's going to be standing in those bushes, and if a squishy walks past, it's going to be 7-0.
And Flamboy, I think you're going to see him rotate down here and get a good push on this bottom lane after he takes the red, just to get some of that more macro gameplay. We got 25 seconds for a Lord coming up, and Team Hate does not want to go to a 20-minute game anymore. They want to get this Lord, and they want to finish this out. So I think you'll see a big push here with minions on bottom lane, and then you're going to see a hard rotation from Team Hate up to this Lord so they can grab this objective and finish up this game, because TSU, if you let them breathe, if you give them room to breathe, they're going to make you pay for it. All it takes is that one mistake, that one big team play. Oh, Flamboy with that damage, almost taking out Brody. That could have been detrimental. That would have been it. That would have been a guaranteed Lord there. But I do believe they've got a good setup here on the map. I wish we had a little bit more push in the bottom lane for the side of Team Hate to really force somebody to address those minions. But here we go. We're going to try and take this objective, and TSU's not going to let it happen because they can't. I think they know if they lose this Lord here, this might be it, Rex.
Yeah, and in comes Tamal, getting into the back line on Tamal Boy, trying to do something. Goes to Zero, taking a lot of damage to the top, and it's taken out by young Ramiel, but they're also able to take out Sir Oni, the jungler. Down they go. Nicolette secures the kill onto Dogtor, and young Ziggy all on his own, as per usual, and is taken out by Flamboy. That may be a game for Team Hate, but only time will tell, Ben.
Yeah, that looked like a really scuffed engage from TSU. People were fighting on the other side of the map. Just a disjointed team fight. And these guys have to play together, man. The Matilda has to bring in that Bane, and the Phobius has to be diving off of the dashes that it creates to get out of it. This Kagura has run free, man. She's pushing down the mid lane like nobody's business. 7-0. Nicolette is dominating while she's been targeted, man.
Yeah, they're closing in on these towers right now. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it. Yeah, Lord coming down, a little bit of poke back and forth, but this may be the end as we're watching this unfold. Will it even out to 1-1 here? The Lord is melting though. Sir Oni just chipping it away with every passive strike he gets, and it doesn't even get to touch the base. Team Hate needs to back off here. I don't think they want to take a fight under the Nexus. Tank.
I agree, Rex. You know, had that Lord not just got absolutely shredded by Sir Ani, I think you were seeing a good setup by Team Hate there, but Sir Ani just came out, took 90% of it before he was even dealt with, and by then it was too late. Lord was done and never even touched the base, so I think Team Hate kind of lost. Now, granted, they did exactly what they wanted to there, right, which was take every turret off the map. All the inhibitors gone. There's nothing left except the base there, but obviously they've been here before, right? We're going on 16 minutes. We said we didn't want a 20-minute game because we know what TSU does. They can really make you pay for it, and they're ready. All it takes is that one team fight. If we see that one team fight, if Phobius gets to that back line and starts knocking out some of these players, it could completely just roll down mid lane and end this game. So Team Hate is going to need the Lord. They know they can't do it without it. So we're sitting here, Ben, for another 65 seconds with just some you know, lane management, probably taking the jungle out from the side of TSU, and Team Hate's going to try and get this Lord. And if TSU overextends like they did last time, I think that'll be it. But I also don't think TSU is just going to give up that Lord. They're going to want to take this here. But like you said, they need to have the team fight. Last time we saw them, I think it was almost like a bait from Team Hate. They started the Lord, and they wanted them to take that fight. And TSU did come out and take that fight, but they weren't fighting as a team. They were kind of all over the map. And Team Hate really made them pay for it. So if Team Hate can do that again, if we can, another 30 seconds when this Lord comes up, if we can force TSU to take a fight at the Lord, but not a fight they're really ready for, I think that's going to be it. I think that's going to be a Team Hate game.
I think you're seeing the last game run back, but this time Team Hate didn't lose two Lords, so TSU weird steal, right? And they just started to crush them out. This could have been the same thing as last game, but Team Hate made the mistake. They showed them up in this game. I think the adaptation that needs to come out of TSU next game is to stop conceding early game to Team Hate. They're relying on Team Hate making mistakes to let them back in these games, and I don't think that was the plan this game. It just kind of went that way, but definitely in game one, they played it that way. I want to see TSU come out with something in next game, no matter win or loss in this game, that takes over the early game. You're seeing them completely shut out of the jungle. I doubt they'll be able to get to Lord because of the positioning.
Yeah.
But I still think that's a smart play, right? Because I think that's exactly what Team Hate wants, is for TSU to push to that Lord, get them out of their base, because TSU's safe back there, right? Oh, well, I should say relatively safe back there. So TSU kind of went up. They gave it a little look. They said, you know, hey, if you give me an opening, maybe we'll go in there. We'll try to snake that Lord, but it didn't happen. So here's what it comes down to. Team Hate has exactly what they wanted. They picked up the objective. They got good management. They're trying to freeze these lanes right now. Top lane's getting pushed a little bit, but they're trying to freeze these lanes so they can collapse it all at the same time. But TSU, they're fighting as a team right now. They're playing as a team. Is the Lord going to be enough here to finish the game?
I think so, man. These waves are pushed at the exact right moment, and we've got possibly the last team fight of the game, of game 2, coming right up as this Lord pushes in.
Yeah, Lord is coming in. Best player does a little bit of zoom in, but look at that burst damage coming from Ziggy. He switches over though, but the Nexus is melting, and that will be game 2 going to Team Hate.
Team Hate, baby. That was beautiful. I mean, you want to talk about that word, Ben? Adaptation, right?
Yes, sir.
They played that. They didn't leave any of the Lords up for chance there. Great gameplay. Nicolette was on somebody she was comfortable with, and she took the MVP. She had a slow start, but my God, 7-0 and 7 taking home the MVP from Nicolette. We knew Cag